Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in the most of these companies. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So first of all, we look at the price of Bitcoin. It's right now approximately at 57,000 US dollars. So last week or 1 week before, we had this dip down here. And yeah, we're now rising again, slowly but surely. We can see it's a long way to go to my target of 200,000 US dollars. There's no guarantee for this, but it seems like we're on track right now. It can go higher, it can go a lot higher. I've seen some predictions last week. Some analysts said it could go to 700,000, but it also could only go to 100,000, or you never know where it's going. But this is my prediction, my target here. When we look at the indicators here, the most known indicators are the MACD and the RSI, as I'm aware of. We can see that the RSI is here in the 50s, so still very low. A lot room here for growth, so far away from to be oversold. So in my opinion, May could be a very good month for Bitcoin. We will see. Also the MACD here turned green, so that's usually a sign, a good sign here for growth. Also these moving averages here, they are still negative, but they crossed positive, and you can see there's a lot of room to the upside. So I think we need now some bullish news to trigger this. For example, a company bought Bitcoin or something like this. That would help a lot. Because right now it's all about Ethereum. Ethereum was lagging in this bull run behind Bitcoin, but now it really picks up, and yeah, a huge increase in the last few weeks. And we are now close to 3,000 US dollars. I think that's maybe also a reason why Bitcoin is not moving, because of a lot of money is flowing into altcoins like Ethereum. Because Ethereum, now it's approximately double the last all-time high of 1,440 in early 2018. So we are now approximately 100% up. Bitcoin tripled I think in March or in beginning of April. When we were at 60,000. I mean, the all-time high was 20,000. So it looks like Ethereum has some room left to pick up here a little bit with Bitcoin. I think at some point Ethereum will have a correction, I think, and that's maybe the time when some money flows back into Bitcoin. So this could also help. But for Ethereum and for Ethereum miners like Hive Blockchain, this is very good. And HODLX will be also Ethereum miner in summer, I think in June, so that could help a lot. Yeah, let's look on the market here. We have the hash rate here, the 1 month. So we had this huge China drop here. You already know this. They had a big shutdown there. But then we recovered, and we are now back on these levels here, 180, 190, 170 exahash approximately. So the last difficulty adjustment yesterday was minus 12.6%, which is very bullish for our miners, because they will mine now 12.6% more Bitcoin than the 2 weeks before. But the next difficulty adjustment within 10 or 12 days here, I think it would be sooner than later. It's going to be a big move to the upside. I think at least these 12% we will add again, maybe more, maybe it's 15%. So it will not last long this window here for these miners. But I think in the bull run you always have this rising hash rate, and a drop of minus 12% here is really appreciated for these mining companies. Let's talk a little bit about miner valuation. Because, sometimes I'm asking myself, okay, what is wrong with your model and so on. But, there's this guy, Unbiased Investing here. I think it's worth a follow on Twitter. He makes also YouTube videos. And he also says that HODLX is his model is right now the most undervalued. Also, he has DigiHost in it, which is also very undervalued in his model. But he says it's flagged with caution because no recent financial data. But on Friday, they filed the Q4 results and the 2020 financials, so the data should be there now. I think maybe that was also a reason why DigiHost was dropping so hard, because we were waiting for these financials for a while. Gonna be interesting how Unbiased investing will value DigiHost. I have to check this model, figure it out, but at least it's good that HODLX, which is also since a while one of the most undervalued in his model, it's 2. Okay guys, so let's go to the operational excellence, the mining profitability. We're somewhere here between 35-40 cents right now, so everything fine here. Miners making a lot of money. Also in Ethereum here, approximately at 10 cents per day per mega hash here. Also Zcash is picking up here right now at 13 cents. Also very profitable. Yeah, let's go to the 10-day cross mining margin, the 30-day and the 90-day. So it's the cross mining profit. It's the mining revenue per day minus the operational costs like electricity and maintenance. And this is an estimation. This is not 100% correct here because we don't know all the numbers. But yeah, it gives us a feeling how much money these guys make. So for example, Hive Blockchain. So this is the last week here. This is the last week, and this is the last week here. So we can see that in the last 10 days, Hive made approximately 360,000 US dollars per day in cross mining profit here in my model with Ethereum mining and Bitcoin mining in the last 10 days. In the last 30 days, approximately 330,000 per day, and in the last 90 days, yeah, approximately 350,000 a day. We can see the numbers here from HODLX, which make like 280,000 a day in the last 10 days. Bitfarms, they really ramped up their hash rate in the last few weeks. Incredible growth here right now. So yeah, they're right now at 370,000 or something like this in gross profit on the 10-day. Argo Blockchain also doing very good. The Bitcoin mining and the Ethereum mining. Mara is also growing fast now. They should be at 1.1 exahash. DigiHost, with approximately 200 petahash, one of the smaller miners. BMXI blockchain also should be 200 petahash, but yeah, they are more efficient, these miners. They're new miners. DigiHost has some old equipment here. That's why they have a lower cross mining margin. Yeah, and Riot here is right now the number 1. They have 1.3 exahash operational right now. Very efficient miners. These S19s, the best miner right now, or one of the best miners, and very low cost electricity. So they should be the number one right now in this category. Okay, let's go to the daily revenue here. So these guys are approximately between 500 and 400,000. Mara will be soon here too. I think they should be a little bit higher with 1.1 exahash. They should be at 350, 400,000. Yeah, but it's a moving average here, I think. So yeah, maybe in the next few days it will be here like the others. They are all making a lot of revenue every day. We can see these smaller miners like DigiHost and BMXI approximately at 80,000 a day, or 70, 80,000. We have the operational excellence here, the first indicator here for my BMX model. So yeah, I have the 10-day cross mining margin, the 30-day and the 90-day divided by 3 multiplied with 360 for 1 year approximately. So Riot right now number 1 here, you can see it. Hive Blockchain number 2, Bitfarms number 3, very close to Riot, could be next week number 2. So it would be nice to get some new Bitcoin hash rate here from Hive Blockchain. Then we have Argo Blockchain here number 4. We have HODLX number 5, Mara number 6 here. They are also growing fast now. BMXI blockchain and DigiHost. Then we have the HODL excellence. So that means how many bitcoins you have on the balance sheet, and value this in US dollars. And I added a little bit the speed, how fast they added, and so. But the biggest part of this is how much BTC or other cryptocurrencies do you have on the balance sheet? And Mara has more than 5,200, so that's number 1. HODLX has more than 3,300 right now, so that's why they have number 2. Then we have Riot, Hive Blockchain. Hive Blockchain, most of this is Ethereum. Then we have Argo Blockchain. Yeah, Argo and Bitfarms, they are close to 1,000, I think, 1,000 bitcoins, or maybe 800, 900, 1,000, something like this. BMXI blockchain and DigiHost here. DigiHost, end of March, they had like 256 bitcoins. And yeah, I read a little bit in the MD&A on Friday when they filed, and yeah, they said at the end of April they had 309 Bitcoins on the balance sheet, which would mean that they mined like 53 Bitcoins in April. I don't know how this is possible, because in March they mined only 36. But yeah, maybe they got some new miners in April. They were talking about additional 50 petahash with 700 S17 Bitmain miners. But yeah, there were no news that they were all installed or something like this. But also in April, there were a lot of transaction fees on the Bitcoin blockchain. So that was also good for the miners. So, I mean, if they mined 53 Bitcoins, that would be huge. But I will wait for the confirmation. Maybe I got something wrong here. Or maybe in the MD&A there's something, there's a mistake. We will see, but would be nice. Would be very nice. Let's talk a little bit about the strategic excellence. So this is looking into the future. 180 days, so hash rate and HODL in the future with my Bitcoin price appreciation model, which is based on stock to flow. And yeah, but the focus is on the 30 and 90 days, but also 180 days. So if I would look like 360 days in the future, I think this model would change, but I will keep it this way. I think hash rate now is more important than hash rate in the future. Yeah, but you know that Mara and Riot, they disclosed a lot of hash rate for the upcoming year. So when I created this model like 4 months ago or so in December, and it worked very well, yeah, that was not the time when these miners had purchases like 18 months before they will receive these miners. For example, Riot, they will get a lot of miners in 2022 or Bitfarms. So this is not included here in this model right now. Because that time when I created this, that was not the case. So I'm thinking always about change it a little bit, looking more into the future, but it's also dangerous because yeah, you don't know how this all develops in 360 days or even more. So I think this is more a conservative approach here, to look, okay, what is going on right now, look a little bit into the future, but not too far. Yeah, that's the strategic excellence. So we can see that Mara here is number 1, Riot number 2, Hive Blockchain number 3. Oh no, it's HOD right now, so I have to change this one here. But Hive and HOD are very close together here in number 3 and number 4. We have Argo Blockchain number 5, Bitfarms number 6, DMG Blockchain, and DigiHost number 8. Okay, then we have the BMX. So Mara here is still number 1. Yeah, a lot of Bitcoins, a lot of upcoming hash rate here. Good categories. Then we have Riot number 2. Yeah, they have more hash rate right now online than Mara, but Mara disclosed more hash rate and will get it faster if they can get the infrastructure up. And yeah, but Mara has a lot more Bitcoins on the balance sheet. They have 5,200. Riot has maybe like 1,700, 1,800. So I think that's the gap here. Then we have HOD8 number 3. We have Hive Blockchain number 4. Argo Blockchain number 5. Bitfarms number 6. DMG Blockchain and DigiHost 7 and 8. So we can see all these miners here. They are approximately at the same level, more or less here. But yeah, they're not far away. Then we have these NASDAQ mining companies, these US companies, and these 2 small guys here. Let's move on. Then we have the BMXI, which is the BMX divided by the market cap. And yeah, I think we have 3 categories right now. We have these 2 NASDAQ miners here. We have Mara and Riot. They will always be low in this model because there's a lot more liquidity there, a lot more volume there. And yeah, that's why the prices are better. And that's why they look always a little bit overvalued. But when you trade it on NASDAQ, it's a little bit different. So this is one category. Then we have these small cap miners here. They're always looking a little bit undervalued because they're diluting a lot. Yeah, people are not sure about this. The prices are going crazy to the upside, but also to the downside. So I think they were both at like 5 or 6 Canadian dollars, and now they're approximately at 1. So DMG is at 1, and DigiHost is at 150 or so. So they're crazy volatile. And yeah, right now we're in a low, and that's why they look here very undervalued. And yeah, and then we have this third category, these these very good miners. They're big, but they're not traded on NASDAQ. So we have, yeah, and when we look at this, we can see that HODL8 is, it's looking very undervalued here. But it always has reasons why a company is undervalued. I'm thinking about, okay, why is this? I think a big part of this. So HODL8 was not performing bad at the beginning of the year, but then there was this thing with Bitfury sold a lot of stocks then, or sold some stocks. People were frustrating because of this. A lot of people dumped the stock, and yeah, that was an effect. And and that's why I think that's one of the reasons why HODL8 is still sitting there. But they will get more hash rate in the upcoming days and weeks. They will mine Ethereum, I think, in June. So there are a lot of things in the pipeline. Okay, they disclosed not a lot of hash rate for 2022 or something like this, but they told us they have a big power purchase agreement with Validus, so approximately 100 megawatt, and yeah, they will use the energy for mining, I think. The question is, where will they get these miners? I mean, Bitfarms, they told us they will have a lot of miners next year for MicroBT, Argo Blockchain. Yeah, they have this partnership with Epic Blockchain. You know, Mara and Riot, they have this big partnership with Bitmain. Also, Hive disclosed 2.6 exahash for Bitcoin miners this year. So they have also a big pipeline here. But I think the Bitfury partnership, in the end, it could be beneficial because they are developing a new chip, the 5 nanometer chip. And hopefully this miner is very efficient, and hopefully HODL8 will get these miners. And this could help HODL8 to get back to these levels of these guys here, because that's where it should be. We will see. But HODL8 has like 3,300 bitcoins on the balance sheet, so I think that's a big part why I like HODL8. They're pure hodlers. They get a yield on 2,000 of their bitcoins with 4%, so a lot of good stuff. Yeah, and hopefully they get this uplisting soon to one of these US exchanges. That would help a lot, I think. Yeah, we will see. So last week was not a good week for HODL8. It looked like it could break out, but then there was a big sell-off. I think Credit Suisse sold 3.2 million shares on Friday, and then it dropped again. So always when HODL is rising, someone dumps it. I don't know why, but I'm still holding a big position in HODL8. I'm still confident, and I think finally they will move up too. Last week we had a very good move from Bitfarms. They had a lot of good news. Also, Argo is rising again. Hive Blockchain on Friday, in the last 5 minutes, it had a 30% move. So that was also very good. So it's always good to be a little bit diversified here. But what you can see that DigiHost is here the number one. So yeah, DigiHost is a very small miner. People are not sure about this company. I have a big position now because I've seen what can happen to DigiHost in the last few months. When it pops, then it goes crazy. So I'm taking a little bit more risk here. A little bit less information, but the filings are there. They bought a power plant, and they need now a lot more miners to get in there. But with the hash rate they have right now disclosed, or mining right now, they're already very undervalued without any additional hash rate. So if they can get some new miners, that would be great and phenomenal, because this stock is right now approximately 80 million US dollars with these a bit more than 60 million shares outstanding. Yeah, there are a lot of warrants also out there. So yeah, you can say 100 million or so. Also DMG, they diluted a lot. So they bought a lot of miners in the last few weeks. So they need a lot of cash. I mean, that dilution was hard, to be honest. I mean, I'm now 50% down with my DMG position. DMG is not only a miner, they have also other stuff. They will be this mining pool, they will provide this mining pool software and all these things. So I'm not concerned about DMG, but this dilution of these two guys here was a little bit too much in the last few weeks. Hopefully they stop now and they move upwards. Would be nice. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, so we have here the market caps here. You can see here. So Bitfarms has now a higher market cap than HODLX. Surpassed it. Very interesting. Yeah, Riot and Mara here 3.6 and 4 billion here. Very high. Very big companies. Okay, so how many X since version 0.3 since mid of December? So last week we were here. This week, last week here. Last week here. So Hive had a rise, had 8, no rise. Bitfarms had a very nice move here. Argo, yeah, like 10% or so, nice move too. Mara also rising, DigiHost dropping, DMG dropping, and Riot is rising. So what is my portfolio? So April was not a good month. You can see it here, minus 16%. Yeah, you can see here my portfolio. I'm big in DigiHost and HUD. They're both underperforming right now. Also DMG is underperforming. But Argo looks good right and looks better now. Bitfarms looks very good. Yeah, I have a little bit too small position right now in Hive Blockchain in my opinion because Ethereum is rising fast. So yeah, I'm thinking about maybe increase this a little bit, but first I have to sell something. And yeah, I don't want to sell Bitfarms, I don't want to sell ARB, I don't want to sell HUD and DigiHost, so that's a little bit difficult. So I hope that in the next few days DigiHost, for example, pops, and then I can swap maybe a little bit into Hive to increase this position because it has become a little bit too small in my opinion. Yeah, guys, it's a rough ride. I know this. Yeah, you have 50% drops, not in a day, but yeah, over weeks you have it, sometimes more. And it's very volatile, so it makes sense when these stocks rise to take some profits, to wait for the drop because they sometimes they dilute, and yeah, then you can buy cheap. So that's what I learned in the last few weeks, and I will adjust this. I don't think I think these stocks will rise again significantly. We are still very early, yeah, but yeah, it's not so nice feeling when you have no cash left when these stocks are at the bottom. Okay, so yeah, what is about the income? So when Bitcoin goes to 200,000, the income will be huge for these companies. You can see the forecasted numbers here. The companies with the big Bitcoin holdings will have the biggest income because yeah, because of this revaluation of this Bitcoin if Bitcoin goes to 200,000. Yeah, then we have the gross profit forecast here. If Bitcoin goes to 200,000 with a disclosed hash rate for this year right now, you can see they will all make a lot of money, and these valuations are very low right now if you see these numbers. But yeah, you never know where Bitcoin goes, but it looks like it can go a lot higher. Okay, so today I have the share price forecast on the gross profit here. Yeah, if you go to a PE ratio of 50, for example, for Hive you would have like $42, HUD 89, Bitfarms 76, Argo Blockchain 31, Mara 302, DigiHost 23, DMG 14, and Riot 221. So if Bitcoin goes to 200,000, we get a lot of hype and all this stuff. Yeah, but you can also, I can also see that it can go in the short term to 150 or so. So at the end of a bull run, everything is possible, but you never know. So you can choose for yourself which PE ratio you take here. This time I have it on the gross profit. Next time I will add again this income. Yeah, where HODLX or Mara are a lot better. Yeah, so there are different models, different ways to predict the share price. In the end, no one knows. I think what I think and what you think is that these stocks can go a lot higher. Yeah, if the financials are out there, people will understand this better and so on. So guys, this is no financial advice because all models are wrong, but some are useful. You already know this. Let's talk a little bit about on-chain data. So we can see that these exchange reserves here, the Bitcoin on the exchange, within 1 year from 2.8 million to 2.15 million, and we're not rising. We're down here. The level right now is stable, but I expect another leg up here in the upcoming days and weeks. Yeah, if Bitcoin keeps rising. Yeah, we can also see that the miners are not selling, so we can here see a dip here down. So we are below zero, so miners are not selling at all. Since March, they're only accumulating. and that's also a very bullish sign. That means that the miners expecting a lot higher Bitcoin price. Yeah, but this can change in one day, that's also for sure. Yeah, last week I had this chart, I have it here again. This compares the bull runs from 2013, 2017 and 2021. So we, in all these bull runs, we had this little dump here before another rise here and before the parabolic phase. So we had this dump here last week, but since then we are rising. We are now approximately here or something like this. So this could have been this dump here, maybe not. But yeah, the last bull runs, we had a rise after this, then another little dump here, and then the parabolic phase. Gonna be interesting how this time plays out. When we look at the Google trends since last week, we had a nice rise here again. So we're still very low in my opinion in the Google trends. This should be at the end of the bull run a lot higher, maybe 5 to 10x to this one here. This is my estimation, could be wrong. But when you can see from bull run to bull run to bull run, it was always 10x higher. So maybe it's this time too. Also, you can see the wallets since 1 year. Yeah, 45 million to now 75 million. So a lot of people are coming into Bitcoin. But when you have 75 million blockchain wallets or crypto wallets, that means that, yeah, I think the world has right now approximately 8 billion people. And if you have 80 million wallets, so that's a very small part of the world owns cryptocurrencies or Bitcoins. So you can see we're very early. And yeah, I always compare it a little bit to the internet, like in the 90s when we were at modem and all these things. Yeah, and the big adoption happened later. So we are still very early. And yeah, I think a lot of people know about Bitcoin right now, but not a lot of people know about mining companies also. So this will take a little time. These institutions, they have to read these financials. They see how profitable these are, and then they will move slowly in. So it's not a process of days. It will take months to get all these guys into these companies, I think. So yeah, and we can see a big rise in the altcoins. For example, XRP, Ripple here, or Dogecoin, for example. But I want to show you something, the circulating supply. So right now, 18.7 million Bitcoins are mined. A lot of them are lost, maybe 1, 2, 3 million, who knows. But there will be no more than 21 million Bitcoins. So there will be only 2.3 million Bitcoins mined. So that looks like and this will take 118 years. So that looks like a very good store of value because the supply, it's very hard to get a big supply. Right now there are 1,000 Bitcoins mined a day. Yeah, but when you go, for example, to Dogecoin, these are right now 130 billion Doge out there. And yeah, every minute approximately they mine like 10,000 new Doge coins. So there's a big inflation happening here. I think in the short term you can make crazy gains with this altcoin trading, that's for sure. They have a nice, it's all season right now. They had a nice rise and maybe will rise a lot more, who knows. But when it comes to long-term store value, price appreciation or so, I think Bitcoin will be the number one because of this hard cap at 21 million Bitcoin. And it's very hard to get new Bitcoins mined. So yeah, I think that's a very important part. You can see Ethereum has right now 115.7 million. There's no hard cap. But when we have the London hard fork in July, there will be some fees burned after this, so the inflation will get less and less in Ethereum. So I think Ethereum will also grow very big in this bull run. Okay guys, so I think that's it for today. Thank you very much and see you in the next one. And always think like a whale. Auf Wiedersehen.